Okay, here we are. This is happening. Okay, my name is Zorn0, and this will be my first ever video. I'm doing this because I just wanted to get stuff off my chest, a little nervous about this, and I'm not going to be editing it, so this would just be me talking. This episode will be probably called Speed of Thought, and Speed of Thought will just be whatever I think about saying while playing speedrunners. And for now, it's just going to be some simple stuff. I am just a person who has a few things they want to get off their chest. I'm not trying to make it big. I'm not trying to actually garner a lot of attention. I prefer my life as it is now. I don't really care for it to become big on YouTube. I don't need to be known. I just wanted to get these things off my chest and put them out there. If they happen to get noticed, they get noticed. If not, then oh well, it doesn't change anything about me. I have a job that I enjoy, and I have a life that I enjoy. And so that's that'll be that. This will only last as long as the game lasts, so you'll mostly be seeing me playing games like this, or just games in general, while I talk about subjects that I want to talk about. The things I'm not here to speak to you about any political groups or activism or anything. It's just my ideas on subjects. I prefer to take things one at a time, and I don't take them in a group mentality way, meaning that I take the facts of what I'm given from both sides of the story and then determine how I feel about it from there. And that's basically how I'll talk about things. Because my philosophy is what you want to do is put more positivity in the world than negativity. And a lot of the times, all these activist groups or just groups in general tend to put more negativity out there than positivity. And that's not what I want to do. And I got trapped in ice. And I just want to live my life by putting more positivity in the world. I understand that that's not really a huge picture mindset. I can't, who am I? Just because I changed my life to make myself be more pleasant and be more pleasant around people does not mean that it will change the whole world and make them pleasant. I understand this, but if the thing is, too many people focus on the I'm not going to say they focusing on the big picture is wrong, but a lot of them focus on the big picture when they're not going to be changing anything, or what they're doing, or they focus on it so long that they're the ones who become the negative people they adopt the tactics of the people that they thought were so bad, and now they become the people that are doing those bad tactics. It's like you overthrew the evil kingdom, but now you've become the evil kingdom. And how do you justify that? It's like that you're no better than them. You're just them with a different flavor. And that's not something I want to be. That's the biggest reason I'm not a part of any groups. The only group I will identify myself with is gamer, but that's because I like to play video games, any games actually, not just video games. I like to play board games, card games, tabletop games. I'm currently playing a few different tabletop games. There's a website called Roll20 that if anybody's interested in doing that, you can go check it out. It's not the only one, and sorry for saying a lot, but it's not the only one, and there are plenty of tabletop games that you can play on there. And darn it, I hate when I say because it's one of those things where you're like, you can't think of what to say, but I understand what I'm trying to say. Is that there's plenty of games on there. The only downside to Roll20 is that unless you have been playing with people for a large amount of time, it's harder to actually keep a game going, because most games maybe last a month or two, and then you'll get those rare games where you can play for about 6 months, maybe a year. But most of the time, games tend to either get stale, or they real life happens and people aren't able to play, so you have to find another one. And if you're like me and you want to play specific game types, it's hard to find sometimes. Like, it's almost impossible to find a Star Wars game on a day that I have off. But enough of that. I'm a gamer. I like to play video games, tabletop games, board games, puzzle games, whatever. My preferred games are RPGs, although Speedrunners is a fun, like, mindless game to play as well. But most of the games I like to play are RPGs that are where I can create my own character, sort of like Dynasty Warriors Empires, Samurai Warriors Empires, Fallout, Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim. And I'm doing terribly. But yeah, I like to play games like that where I can make my own character because it allows me to easier integrate myself into the game world. That doesn't mean I can't play games where you're playing a pre-made character, but I just prefer games where I can customize my own character. Which is kind of funny because I don't like playing MMOs because of the grindiness of MMOs. And it's not that I can't grind, it's just that I don't like doing it. And unless you have a good team or a good group of people to talk with while you do it, it's just not fun. But anyway, that's who I am, that's the things I like, and you'll probably experience things like this on my channel soon. And Speed of Thought will only last as long as the rounds do in one level. So hopefully this goes over somewhat well, and see you next time.